Why are you sacrificing with bases?
I'm gonna kill you for
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists. I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Good evening, everyone.
NippyCast.
How's it, guys? Welcome to NippyCast, another edition. I think it's episode 30 something. Today I decided to drag in a friend of mine. His name is Gadisi. I think we've known each other from childhood, my man.
Standard one.
You just give away your age. Standard one.
Grade one.
Yeah. Standard, no.
Yeah, grade one. Yeah. Chirubi.
Standard one.
Chirubi. This standard one. Grade
no.
One. Standard 5 is grade 7. Hey, this standard.
So count it back. No.
Ma, it's grade
Chief,
1.
there was A and B. There was A and B.
Hey, there was A and B and the grade 1. Yeah, fuck.
So standard 1 is grade 3. Yeah. This guy. Bantu education.
I'm old, man. Yeah, I'm old. Dimkaran.
Okay, Soulscenic. His other name is the DJ Soulscenic. We've been playing together for almost 15, 17 years now, right?
20 years. 21. And then I knew you in 2000. I started DJing in 2000, August 2000.
I started a year before that.
You started in 1999. I recall you used to reach that begin. You come with a entourage. Now flavor
Univet FM.
Yeah. And I don't know like
what are you saying about it now?
What was the SK?
Hey, I used to be the thing. I was Mr. Queer at some stage.
What the fuck?
I was
yes.
Remember when you do beauty pageants, you have got pressure to look cool all the time.
You'll come at a gig, as you call 2001 October, November. What the gig? Look at the one I need the first. Nando's.
It was not Philips. We just used to hang out.
But we used to call it Nando's. Philip Ndo. They used to do a lot of
actually, in one of the podcasts, we've got a meeting with him. I think this week to do a podcast with him. I'll give you more information.
This guy, the presence, when he arrives, you will feel yes, or she come.
Whose presence? Me?
Come in here, then.
No. You make it sound like I was a superstar.
But you are a superstar. You were a superstar before even a mangras.
This guy says I was a superstar.
No, you were a superstar. And then I will.
Today is traffic. This is not being part of the topic.
And we'll step aside. We'll step aside. No,
okay, in between, you'll be hearing a voice at the background on our Rustar, is another DJ friend of ours. So he's gonna come in between. So I used to bulldoze the lineup, which I still get.
You used to. That's what we'll step aside. Step aside. Because a super is arrived.
But you won't believe, people have been accusing me of bulldozing lineups for the rest of my life. For example, let's use the last gig that we did together. Which one was the last one? Let's use maybe the mid-run one, the golf course by Vala State.
Did
I play?
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, no.
I think I put myself at the end.
Yeah, actually,
so that if
you let a lot of people play.
Yes. So there's no way I'm.
Even I didn't even want. I didn't even play.
Okay, let's use another example.
I will let the youngsters
to do the job. Let's use another stupid example. Royal Gardens. Me and you have been resident DJs for how long?
For 12 years. 12 years.
Almost ever since it started. I think.
Ever since it started.
It's
actually even before it started.
Before it was called what it's called now, FM, whatever. So
and even before
that,
before that, those private cars.
But I want to use that as an example because at least people resonate with it. They know it. Do you know that there's 2 years of us being resident DJs that sometimes we might not even play, but we're there.
True, yeah.
We're booked to come and play, but we don't because it gets so busy. There's no time to please our egos. But we're gonna let a new talent to go on stage, and we're not gonna.
I think we'll say, okay, go in.
Hawk the space, yes.
I think I recall 2017. I think it was 2017. I think there are two years. They'll say, go.
Just go play, yes. But obviously we're there to manage the stages. Me, you, Dr. G, and Jones, right? These four of us who have been running that traditionally for so many years, and the
for good 12 years.
Is it 12?
I think 12 years.
Okay, somewhere we're getting old. We forgot the number, but somewhere it has been that long. My point is that if you check in the entertainment industry,
no, not 12. I think 7 years. So 7 years.
Somewhere there. We'll get it right. I'll do the actual research and I'll show you the first poster.
It's 7 years. It's 7 years.
I'll actually put up.
You're talking about 2012. Ne? It was 2012.
I'll put it up upon editorial. My point is that in the entertainment industry, we need to give each other a chance and space to work when needs be. There's no need for one person to try to monopolize everything. True. You know, which is the evolution of it. Because that's the reason why we're having this conversation today. The topic is entertainment industry. The trigger of this was because every single day, when we wake up, or not every day actually, by the way, maybe weekly or monthly, you always hear an artist claiming or robiwa by whoever, manager. What the hell is going on?
Record label.
Something, there's always some drama. They don't learn. They don't learn from their previous, I don't know, their role models, I don't know. I mean, because back in the day, if you think about it, people like, well, Yvonne Chaka Chaka have never said those things. Or Lily Smith, Black Mambazo, we've never heard of those things. Who else? Katini, maybe here and there, but it was never, a big song that was popular in the whole world. All 7.6 billion people have heard this song, but you say they're owing you what? How much are they? Let's use Jerusalem for example. They're still owing each other what?
350,000.
Why wasn't there an agreement in the beginning? Why is there an issue
I think
when this thing blows up?
I think the only person that I recall from the top of my mind and the brand Ngachiko. Ngachiko. Or I think Chico short changed her, and I think we only got that information. I think after a death, or a Chico robber, and even the masters and
but who's saying that? Is that her?
The masters? No, come the family.
The family is saying that,
Yeah,
but was the family there when they made arrangements?
And the masters of his Nyimbo Zao, they're owned by Chico, and the family, they don't have any access to.
But was the family there? Was the family there in the beginning?
I think you need to understand. I think let's just take it back. You know,
Okay.
as black people, I think we are in a way disadvantaged, because you know what? Because of our backgrounds.
Yeah.
The poverty,
Yeah.
and also that thing of instant fame on success in this industry. You find yourself, getting into contracts that you don't even understand, or what they contain, what they mean.
But
because what record label, they don't want to start pushing
maybe.
And they identify talent, or someone recommend a scout,
an A&R guy maybe.
An A&R scout you, anyone in corner contract, and just want that instant fame and money. Just sign thing into a contract without even going through it, understanding it, even also running it through your lawyers and to give you that.
But why would I get a lawyer?
That legal counsel.
But I gotta say, let's be.
That's one because of our background, and also that thing you mean instant.
Okay, let me use an example. Somebody hears me passing, and an NR guy passes maybe from Universal Music, right? And this are Josie. Where am I going to get a lawyer? I've got zero budget, nothing. Half the time the education is not even on par. Probably coming to Joseph for the first time. I've never probably even sat in an air-conditioned room, or never even on the flat. This guy sings. We've had this incident with a lady called Zahara. I think she was found like this. So, but all those things, where does she get time to find a person who's gonna represent her legally before she even makes the money?
I think that's one number two scenarios. Read. I said read contract, or
what if I'm illiterate?
I said read or get what legal counsel.
But how am I going to pay for that one?
No, come on, read. I said read.
What if I'm illiterate but I can sing?
If you can't afford a lawyer, read the contract before signing, because a lot of people what they do, ne? Because of that, like I'm saying, instant fame, and then
money,
and all those things, and because of our background, you'll just want to sign. And the
signing is nice, ne?
and it's nice. And if I don't want a guy, if I don't want us to do you,
I think they wait
when you are busy like recording,
when you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think they manipulate this situation.
Yeah, it's too excited. Sign.
Adrenaline your game. Do you wanna add? Rustar, do you wanna add something?
And I think that's where and there's covered a lot of our black folks. Mara, I think what I like right now, there's an interview that I saw of this other group, young kids. Actually, no, not even young kids, but they're now big in the game.
What do they do?
What they did before they even went into, Black Diamond. Let me say it there, Black Diamond. Those guys, they're so woke. So woke. Before they even enter into the mainstream, they get counsel from people who have been in the industry for quite some time. Java,
are these like industry friends, or are they appointed as?
No, I think they're from the same cast.
Oh, it's industry. Okay.
Yes,
it's like knowing each other type of vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now they
KA connections.
Yeah. So now they left, they left Ambitious last December, and I think everything just went, according to them, it went smooth. But what about Jenna? Even the contract, got legal counsel, they signed everything, and the splits, they agree on the splits and all those things, the royalties, and everything according to them, everything went well. And even and I check even the record here, Ambitious. Pregnancy.
It's same accusations. Similar accusations.
It is how people left that mass exodus into Ambitious. From Fifi Cooper, Aries, MT. But there was a bad blood when they lived.
There's always some shit going on.
There was some shit. And they were shortchanged.
Do you want to use a better word? Robbed.
Yeah. I think to shortchange. Yeah.
According to them.
Yeah. That's why I'm choosing to use the word shortchange. The word shortchange.
According to them, remember these accusations we were not there. Remember, most of the time we are not there.
They used to earn a salary, whereas they were gigging every weekend without even any rest, but earning 50,000. Just imagine.
And who pays for them when they're not gigging? There's a cost.
No, it's just you earn a salary. You gig is $500,000, man, go earn 50,000.
But there's a cost. There's a clip that I once saw where they were breaking down these things. There's a and you know these things.
They didn't read and understand their contracts before signing, jotting on the dotted lines.
So what we're picking up is that artistic people are ignorant from an education perspective. Right?
That excitement already. You know what? Now I'm now getting into the mainstream. And you just sign quickly.
But guys, do you think it's only artistic people, or is that people in general? Some people, not all. We're not gonna paint everyone with the same brush. We're just gonna use popular scenarios, right? Based on this one in the entertainment industry.
Just an example.
And we've got nothing against anyone, or either business or artist. We don't care.
True.
But we just want to unpack this thing at a granular level to say, let's understand what's going on in the industry. These are conversations that we should have at workshops, right? I think we might have some workshops this year. I don't know. I'll tell you information.
But even someone wants to do a workshop with Vendang for
which one?
For Vendang to burn artists.
Oh, okay.
And
those things will happen. Yeah. But it's the point of those things is to equip people with education.
True.
I want you to know about look, for example, the other day I was talking to Bobster after that party there. So he was telling me he's got 11,000 emails of demos at Kalawa, and I think even for Metro, whatever. They're still doing that Saturday show, right? With those kids. Yes. So
even Penthouse is also produced for Penthouse here and Yeah, Lami's Nantu. No.
Is it a show?
No, look, yeah, no, look.
Oh, it's a radio. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's got all those kids who are actually sending him. I almost said mocking, but it's not really mocking. They're sending him emails. He literally had. This was like 4 weeks ago. He literally had like 11,000 unread emails. These are demos. Where does it get?
Even na show ya security. Your show is the 1 hour. Is 1 or 2 hours never go unearth a new talent.
Something like that.
Yeah,
whatever it is. I'm sure for Kalawa, whatever. But it's music.
It makes sense.
Whatever it is.
It makes sense.
So imagine, out of all those people, how many of those need to be told about education before Bobster says, come, record, come, we're going to play it on air, this was going to happen. You need Samro, you need what, you need music rights organization, whatever, publishers, whatever, and some of these things, some of them you don't have to pay for, right? Right, it's for free. In fact, it's designed for you to be paid when you're working, when your song plays on air, whatever. It's a process, right? So how many of these kids who today who are making songs in the bedroom are well aware of this type of platforms? And how many of them are likely to be making a hit? Let's use Bobsa's emails, for example. 11,000 emails, whatever, which is almost 11,000 songs. One of those songs is probably the new hit, right? In the next couple of months, whenever if he figures it out. But that kid, at what point do we equip them with the knowledge? And when do they know when to do it? Today you can Google this if you want to research. But the importance of education in the entertainment industry is undermined, and people think which it was the workshop who are wasting their time. They don't even come. Unless if you ask them, let's say una gig is they will come. But then
For free.
later on, when they see like, what was their agreement in the beginning? It's the same thing as this split of whatever that they're arguing with Jerusalem. I don't know what the argument is, but apparently somebody's owing someone. This typical normal hogwash. Why does this thing change? Got 50-50. For example, last week I was in Venda. I was recording with Muraru Mkwebo and Mangerengeri. It's our new single. We released on Friday. It's already playing on Parapada. And we're gonna send it out to other stations. We're actually sponsored by Samro. So it's like it's a project, whatever. It's a new music creation project type of vibe. It's like some sort of a grant, right? Went to Venda, did all this, recorded, was there for a week. Obviously, load shedding showed me flames. Just as a mother of all stalls. So, but what I'm trying to say is, before I left that town, after mastering that thing, when we are done, we sit and we say, how much of ownership do you want from this song? Based on the work you did, whatever, how you wrote this thing, how you play your keyboards, or whatever, how you came up with ideas creatively. You split those things, and we did numbers, and then I sent it to my publishers to register, whatever. Tomorrow, if this thing blows up or becomes the next thing, there's no way somebody will come and say, why does it change? If you're not equipping yourself with information, it will always be like this, because I'm tired of this thing, man. We look like we're not organized. We look like we're not organized at all, my man.
I think let me tell you something now. I think you know this. In music, there's a business side of it, there's a performance side of it.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people lack
the
business side of it,
which is almost with the intellectual capabilities of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think which also talk to your intellectual property. Or you need to sign, you need to be able to in terms of publishing and all those things.
Just cars or those splits
and all those things. You need to understand music to that granular level.
So as parts getting.
Yeah.
We know if
you're in this industry and you don't understand that other part,
you'll be robbed.
You're
gonna be fucked in the ass.
Okay, let me say you'll be fucked. Yeah. For the lack of better, you'll be robbed. Fucked.
And we've seen people come and go.
You'll be fucked. And people, but don't abuse them. But they'll be able to identify your talent, and exploit you to their benefits. Most especially record labels and these publishers and all that and all that and in the foot in the inner Antun and go to horror and to one and to one us to go to one a salary
the mangaman
the mangaman man to one a salary busy guy and instead of being rich, and that's what a lot of this new school artists. I think they're starting to realize. Yeah, no, I didn't say not all of them. They are starting to understand the business side of the music.
Oh, like the ones you gave an example, yeah,
the Black Diamond. What I want to think, one it almost think. Master KG, they're getting there, but they're starting to understand this kind of the business side of it of music, and I think
so. You learn as you go in this case,
and I know I think I think we need to give it up to euphonic.
Yeah, what did they do
back then? I think was it euphonic? I think it was euphonic
back then. What did they do?
Kent, at Chambo, they started to school us. I think it was back in 2000.
Oh no, it's not.
2008, 2007, 2008.
Let me jump in there, guys. I think your brain is failing you. It's not them. It's DJU.
Yeah, DJU. They're part of it. Yeah,
they played a big role.
Yeah.
DJU, by the way, it's a fresh
euphonic.
Euphonic is not there. It's fresh. Christos, Vinny, Oskido, and Greg Maluka. But Euphonic was just a support structure that time. They were blowing up.
They were there, man.
Yes.
They
were schooling us.
They were part of that process. They were part of that process to school us about the business side of music.
Actually, my first conference was at DJU.
Yeah. They were the first people to workshop us about the business side of music, for us to understand the business side of music. Or if you want to make a killing, because if you want to make a killing, understand this other side, because that's where money is at. This thing sign blindly, sign a contract, you understand your contract, understand the publishing, what is publishing, and the what is the owning, or what masters, what is owner masters, copyright of your music. What is it?
Actually, by the way, it doesn't only apply to music. Even if you write a book, same scenario. If you're an artist, if you draw.
Okay, let's say intellectual property. Yeah, let's say intellectual property.
Even if you draw, like, if you draw, Rustar. Even if you're a Rustar, you should own your work.
So the workshop.
Even if it's the wrong picture.
They gave us into that that perspective.
It was more like free education.
Yeah, free education, and it helped.
Well, we paid, but it was not like worth to
and what TS they came in, TS records, they were there and stuff. Although they were changing a lot, but
you see, but that's the thing.
That's the thing. I think the only record label, I'm telling you, even now, the only record label that didn't change people, that push people to another artist, to another level, Kalawa. You can't go wrong with Kalawa.
Or maybe let's mention names. How about 999?
I said the only.
Okay. So the rest?
I said the only record label.
Okay.
Because
you don't wanna.
I don't want to venture into the other record label, because I know they made a lot of money and come from the sweat of other this other.
Fuck it. I'm going to mention Lance. Ghetto Rough. It was the Ghetto Rough.
The worst of them all.
There's no way that you get accused by 500 people for one crime, and you could be there for right one. I saw them for a docu on Netflix just justifying the nonsense. But he says he never bought them drugs. But the other one said he was.
I didn't.
Okay, let's leave it. But he was speaking about it there on Netflix.
I know. Okay. I've seen a lot of interviews and a lot of documents.
What's the other big stable?
It's only Kalau.
Mdu had a stable. What was Mdu stable again? Mdu also did things properly.
My only Mashamplan.
Mashamplan, okay. Oh, the other Jackknife was Mdu's product.
Martin, come under Antony, the Mashamplan.
Okay, so he has got no grapevine of negative vibes.
I know, Mara, no. That's what I said. The only.
Okay, so you want to keep it safe.
The only record label that produced leaders or even builder the artists. It's Kalau.
And
then, no man have a scandal like Chakala any artist on he or she was shortchanged.
I would struggle to remember.
No,
I would struggle to remember, and I'm not defending it because
look at the Chakashika history. How many artists were General Kakala who was successful?
The current big artist now being.
And come up what? Should
I start from now?
Who's struggling? Okay, let's say okay, man, the rephrase. Who's struggling? An artist or General Kakala now who's struggling?
I will struggle to remember because they always make sure that.
Struggling to remember.
Yeah, they always make sure that everybody is put on.
It's sorted.
They put on, and then they even release them if they want to go expand the business or diversify their portfolio.
But I mean, Bunny, what's the word?
Empowering.
Empower you to, even
to be better.
To even go and do your have your own independent.
To be better than them. Oh, let's use Black Coffee Strike there.
Yeah,
he's currently probably the biggest DJ in the world. Can I say that?
Biggest product. Yeah. Biggest product.
From Klawa. Which people don't even know.
Maporis. Maporis. And Maporis automatically like sort of like an ice boy. I recall in the when I was still in.
I mean, isn't that wrong? Ice boy in the
Sorry.
Okay, he was starting. Yeah. It was early days.
As Martin, I'm talking from experience. Mara, so sorry.
I don't know.
I recall from this other department that I used to work with a certain politician.
I was going to go there.
Yeah.
I was going to go to the department.
Yeah, with that.
Are you safe to talk about it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. With that certain politician.
Let's go into it. Yeah. And what about it?
Sports, arts, culture, and recreation.
Of the province of Gauteng.
Yeah, Gauteng. Well, I was still working with the Lebogang Mile. Very closely with the Lebogang Mile. Raj report as events. Or with the Oskido. Oskido, I available. She remarried Antonio.
Bobstar or Shimza.
Before Shimza. She remarried Maporis. 2010. 2011.
But you send someone.
Like it's like this one got that's one ass boy. Like
but he gets the job done and he kicks ass.
Yeah, indeed. Then he was hungry. He was hungry. Maporis was hungry. He was hungry, and he will come.
Come into the frame.
He will come then kick ass. He'll come then kick ass.
I remember I was once booked for one of those shows at one of the hotels somewhere downtown. I think the same situation happened. I think that's the first time I met him. One of those nice hotels there.
Right at
the Mandela Bridge.
Right at the Giginan to figure.
Landlords. I think I met him the first time there. Yes, you're right. That night it was supposed to be a skid, but he sent him. And he kicked ass. He probably did justice to the thing, and then it gave him exposure.
I think you will even play that guy. You will make sure that you play even fuck up the whole
to make sure
that you make an impression. And Oskido then
so that we don't forget about him. And that's another thing that DJs should learn. When you play, don't play just because you like playing. Play with an angle. Well, the trick is
even I'm Paraspal is this private gigs that
you should play to impress. And another thing, one thing I've picked up, we're too passionate about our music and we love our songs, whatever, deep house, commercial. But there's some gigs that you don't really have to play deep house songs. Like I was laughing at Innocent. Innocent is a good friend of ours. If you are watching, how's it, Innocent? The other day we did a boat party somewhere. Where was this? At the Val, Matago's party. Those boat ones. So Innocent is a deep guy. Remember, he plays deep house into too deep. Yeah, this deep. Deep or go home.
Go deep.
So I'm like, Matago, why do you want to put this deep house guy now at 12 o'clock? This thing is going to be boring. Because I mean, remember the point of a party is to have fun, right? You don't want to bore people, unless if it's a deep house crowd, whatever. So it's a commercial gig. People pay for the boat. We're doing an after party. I'm like, my man, Innocent, like, going to play deep. Is like, no, my man. he played, I think it was the time when Jezebel was big. What song was it? One of those commercials. I laughed. I even started calling his gang, Q, and them to say, hey, Q, hey, this guy's no longer playing deep. So for you to sustain your career in the entertainment space, you need to adjust. It's adjustment.
True.
You're not gonna go to that gig after that boat party and you do those things. And we know our crowd, our LSM for that thing. And people think like a guy like me, I've been labeled as a cheesy DJ. I don't mind, right? Sometimes we have to think of business. You know, you're not gonna get almost half of the gigs you got if you were only limited to one genre.
I mean, I can fuck you up with the deep percent.
You're versatile.
Anytime.
You're versatile. I mean, the fact that you would play at Royal Gardens for 12 hours in between when and it's so difficult to play there when the band is testing the sound. You can't even hear.
We can't even hear it.
But we kick ass and we make sure we do justice to the dance floor, and that's all we've ever been. So
and again, I think we need to mention like when you're talking about versatility
and diversification of portfolios.
I'm the guy who introduced hip hop in the mainstream hip hop vendor. And I think that's one thing. After Tina said,
Tina is like the god for it. I actually did a podcast with him some 2 months ago.
But I'm the one.
Okay, is it?
Mainstream.
Are we labeling this one? Do we need to check if it's true? Are we giving it to him?
We're checking the facts now.
Are we giving it to him?
But I've heard.
It's a fact. From 2009. I've even got residency until Capricorn FM for 2 years. 2010.
No, but remember, if I say yes, they're gonna say because you're my friend. So I'm just checking.
I've heard.
I even got residency. I even got residency and.
No, I remember.
Anthony, Capricorn.
Didn't we used to play it on the same show?
Nala Saturday ngama CR. Nga 3. Nanga Sunday. Ngama 9. 2. Like 2.
Was I also playing there?
2 shows.
Was not.
2 shows for 2 years. 2 mixes every weekend.
And by the way, another thing, people expect this residency of a radio station to be giving you revenue. Let me ask you a simple question. Did it ever pay you?
Fucked up shit.
Okay, no payments, right? But let me give you the flip side of it. Let's not even blame anyone. The agreement was that there was no payment, right? Right? But the platform grew your brand. You could get bookings.
Yeah.
You could get bookings, yeah. So it added value, you know.
For Capricorn that time.
Well, I'm just saying those are type of trades that you need to compromise in the industry as well. Not every time when you see a person on stage, they're making $1 million unless if they're fucking Jay-Z. You know.
Or Makads.
Oh yeah, that too. Yes, you know. But it's not every single time. So you need to be streetwise. And also be educated at the same time. You know, the industry we're operating on is they call it a dog-eat-dog, right?
True.
A dog-eat-dog. Tomorrow you're only as good as your last job, I think, right? And you need to remain relevant.
True. You
need to keep up with the times, make sure, buy new music. I mean, okay, let's go back to maybe when you started playing your first record. How much was it? I'm assuming it's an LP, this one.
Yeah, it was.
Is it a cassette, a CD?
Under.
Your first LP? Do you remember at that time Rakushim Sazent?
Yeah, vinyl.
Which song was it?
Sure. I mean, I bought a lot.
No, your first. Do you remember your exact first one?
I remember it was a lot. I bought a bulk.
For 100 rands?
Yeah.
Who were you buying?
Soul Candy. I still recall that day. I went to Soul Candy.
Ross Bank?
Yeah.
That's Africa?
Ika Ross Bank before Chiba.
How to okay, no, I used to buy this one.
Soul Candy, then there Soul Candy, and the House Africa
Orange Grove.
And then Shabam Shumon.
That's how you love the thing. That's how much you loved it.
Yeah. And then film sunny side man.
Deep something.
I film what the shima bo malankane.
The Palatin
Deep K
did something.
Deep K.
The Palatin now never na Viantos, you know.
La Vianto, ane palo never la Vianto, ne palo. Deep K.
okay.
Doro shaba, this is not guru. The Korochima, take not. What are takes?
What made you fall in love with the industry? What's so special about playing a song and people dancing? What does it do to you?
It gives me satisfaction.
Would you be depressed if you're not a DJ? Does it help?
No,
Do you feel different? Do you feel like you just walked out of a treadmill? when you come out, do you feel like it's some sort of a relief? Like
I think
I'm the shit.
No, in a Burma. I know Mukara. I mean, my father used to be a collector, avid collector, and we had the LP. To then we just call it the
LP.
LPs.
By the way, LP stands for long play.
Yeah, long play. Yeah.
You call them vinyls today. I don't know if the people who are watching now, if they are well aware of vinyls.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring some today, but I was lazy to pick up my bag. Too heavy.
He had a huge collection. I don't want to talk femini. Iset, speaker,
Gramophone.
Le gramophone, little wood, tonga Antony, femini, tonga stand in your case. In even in a speaker tonga stand.
We'll look it up and I'll put it up. You'll see it. I think we once did something like this with Mega the other time, talking about antique stuff. It's an antique radio type of thing. Yeah.
So he used to collect a lot of vinyls, a lot of LPs, and sometimes rodzura. Morana couch. Let's got the band. Kadom Kamba. End up a brangerera. Aral pass. Apa can stand the channel. Una sofa, una couching up and rodzura upon a come to the.
Do you call it a couch? Is that one? That one is not a couch. That one. The one.
Oh, sofa, my sofa.
I never knew the word couch until I grew up. I'm like, a couch. I expected a couch to have like maybe a vibrator and not to flex. Goma. Hey, that one of Goma is not a couch. Right? Did you have a couch?
That time you come for a plastic.
Narum divide.
What is it?
Every house standard. Actually, in a black and white TV. I describe your house. Should I make it worse? Remember, there was a picture of a child who was like about to cry. It was there. You don't even know who those people were, but
that's the one can learn to in gramophone. Those
Should I make it worse? Oh, the last one. You had glasses that you never used. You were waiting for the pastor to visit.
Or
but they never let you use them. Na prayed. Namafunzi abatu dana na Mose. Yeah, continue. How you fell in love with music? Is it bringing back memories?
Most on Saturdays. Be chilling there. What's the come to Ngapanoni na kotsumnene wanga. When time was yeah, what music wasn't. The LP.
Same scenario, but I remember flipping the LPs, sitting outside the house. Time you were never along my deco and offering what I do, you know what I mean? Go for your LP to flip it around, whatever. Because now the problem is nowadays you can literally run music from your phone for the whole 24 hours without flipping anything. Then you have to be a physical. Remember, today, kids of today don't know the pain of growing up at the time we grew up. We were a remote for the TV. We had to go physically and go press. Today you just sit on the couch.
You can even use your phone for change.
Hey, what? Like right now we're sitting here, Rustar on the other side is playing music.
Yeah.
He's reducing volume right here from his phone, but the thing is in the house. Back in the day you had to go stand there and be like, hey, and there's your guma no guma.
You know, so I think that love, I think grew, love for music grew from there, and then I think also again, I think it was also that passion was also again and ignited by ngela chifhinga ngomula nthu una la show ya I think it was 1999 1998
Is it a radio show?
ya nthu ya porozana nthu na DJ Ganyani kakuphalaphala.
Yes, that was dangerous. I remember.
It was powerful.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, I think that ignited that passion. I said, no, I want to do this thing.
I remember I used to traditionally listen to that show because it was very rare for back then. Parapara FM didn't have a national, what you call what do you call them? National DJs. What do we call them? We call them. We only
and I think Porozak Mpo.
That's Sedu.
I think he came there and changed the
revolutionized the nightlife.
Revolutionized the nightlife here to Parapara FM, and even the listenership. And at that time, you know, it's called listenership. It grew. People will be glued to that show every weekend.
And then
they used to do those live shows in at a gig somewhere in Ganya where Ghanaian is playing because Ghanaian was a resident DJ there. You'll go and do those live shows there.
Under the trigger of this nowadays that we call live amps and whatnot, it was the trigger was that, right?
I think that guy.
Let's do this thing on TV.
That guy, I think he did something that is being done now. Then,
before 20 something years ago.
Before social media, before the social media era.
He was the social media.
Yeah.
He was the social media. I mean, he was also even on the social space. He was playing on Mubango. He was in the social media space, but of the old school. Today,
he revolutionized into that and the whole concept of the dance culture.
The show was called Party Time.
Party Time.
Yeah. The show was called Party Time.
You know, I was a really religious listener of that show. I make sure that I don't miss that show, and I think that's where my passion for DJing started.
And then
2000, I met this guy with DJ Rams. School when he's not in school.
Used to have a sound system. I met him through the late Rustar Kwashab.
So those were the guys that
his precious neighbor.
Yeah, their precious neighbor.
His precious neighbor. Yeah, I know.
That's the guy. Those are Rams na school. The guy those are the guys that will put me on in terms of DJing. And the DVD.
But you cannot frame it.
Yeah. What is that? The DVD. One at the DVD. Elazo tomana track no for it beat.
You was riding and just justifying this thing.
And then genuinely coming
you were just find this thing
and put it on. That's how we started.
Let's ask him. He's also a DJ. Can you come this side? I need your input on this one. Because what he's saying is very important. The evolution of DJing. Still, the topic is entertainment industry.
Yes,
I started with cassettes even. It's even worse. You can't even pitch the damn thing. You know? I mean, that's what we the family you know. And you didn't know that you're a DJ. You just sit there the whole day and was going
but I feel like how you guys started was very cheap. How I started, I even got beaten up.
Don't you want to come this side and project here? So tell us about your beginning, because I wanted us to link the difficulty of kicking in DVD, cassette, LP, whatever. How did you start? Do you want to introduce yourself? We've been saying you're gonna come in and out anyway.
The ghost guy at the back.
Oh wow, this ghost thing is a thing now. This ghost
guy revealed. And in the Rustar. So now I started DJing. Now my uncle used to have that old LP player. What. Used to have
same as this.
Same.
Everyone else though.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of those. So one day I took one of the LPs. I saw people scratching on TV. So you can't scratch with that needle.
You can't.
The needle broke.
Fuck! Hey, you need a bit up.
Yeah, after that I got a nice.
It was expensive. Then the needle. Yeah, it was expensive.
You broke the needle. You need to die.
Some people on TV they were scratching. I wanted to scratch.
It was not for scratching.
I went and they went to.
And to get a needle, where did you grow up? Do you know where you are going to get the needle?
Chitanda.
Either Chitandani kana Thando. Do you know where? Thando mboto nofuma Muzondwa. That's the only shop. And a baker is
I think then it was 60 rand needle.
It was like equivalent to buying a new radio.
Yeah. It was I think
my
about 60
uncle
rand.
knew. I think he bought a new radio.
Shit. You see?
Yeah,
The odds are that to find that thing, the energy you're gonna invest, it's better to buy.
And I was
a new one.
you need to
Of your
replace the
ordeal.
whole thing, the
cartridge.
the
The cartridge.
And I think it was more 60 rand, and 60 rand then it was a lot of money.
And 600 for how? What year was this?
I think it was 90.
More than 25 years.
Yeah.
At that time, 60 rands of then. I've got a formula. Don't ask me how I came to it. I always multiply it by 10, whatever figure that we used in the 90s. 60 rands of then was 600 rands of today, I think. If not times 20 or 10. It was a lot of money. You didn't have 6 rands gathering dust in your pocket.
My cartridge is about I bought my card for Photon. Is it Photon? 2,500. That
which is almost equivalent to what if we're gonna multiply like that.
It's 2,600. Now A1 sound. It's 2,600. That cartridge.
But yours is exactly gonna be expensive simply because it's actual original turntables. Your one was gramophone. Yours is because it's turntables. It's those technical ones, the ones that we use. Those are like direct drives, right?
It was very thin. I think
the cheaper, the cheap,
like Telefunken.
Those ones were likely cheaper then.
Yeah.
The turntable ones are more expensive, like your techniques and them, because you buy the whole thing, right?
No, it's
the
whole
cartridge, the one that you screw in.
It's about 2006.
Remember the cartridge is which one, Kanti? The cartridge is the mother.
The whole thing, yeah.
But the needle is that one thing that he broke.
But the cartridge is different.
That's all what is 60 rand.
Yeah, you needed to be bigger. And then I hope I'm not going too technical on this one. Did you ever put pillows under your turntables at some stage to avoid feedback? And then Zukwa.
No, 50 cent.
Did it help? That was like a approach.
No, that thing doesn't work.
The pillows have worked for me so many times. I would literally even use my jacket, especially for feedback. Yeah. Okay. Sure. No, it's fine. So maybe also come and give us an input on education. The significance of education. Is it relevant today across board in every industry, especially in the entertainment industry? I don't think we've got enough of it. We still have got a long way to go. Yeah. Well, what's your take on education? Even just a 1 month course.
Yeah, because
before you even sing.
Because the thing is, this thing it's very tricky because you look at you meet guys who are just talented, and the only thing they want to do is make music.
They just want to make a song.
Oh, you can see me. So they just wanna make a song, and. Some of these guys, they don't even want to be famous. So to them, whatever they're doing, it's that the love, and they need to release whatever they have inside of them. Do you understand? So hence you were saying that we need to have like workshops, because
we have been having workshops, by the way, but I don't think they digest the education at the level that we expect, because they still repeat the same mistakes.
Yes.
They still do the same shit.
Unfortunately, that's always going to be the case. You're going to find guys who just want to make music every day. They want to make music every day. But then they don't understand the business side of it. And they're not even interested in the business side of it. They will tell you straight, I want to release music. Okay, do you want this music to be commercial, to be sent out there? No, I just want to release music. If you can deal with that, they will tell you, Nipro, if you can deal with that part of the business, I'm fine with it. But Nipro comes. Nipro is greedy.
Later on, they'll say I robbed them.
Yes. It's always going to be the case.
But without even reading the thing, like, these contracts, these T's and C's and all this, they always have these hidden things. There are some contracts that also sometimes I don't understand myself today.
That's why
with the little school that I possess.
That's why you need to run it by get a legal counsel. That's what I'm meaning. Read or get a legal counsel. If you don't understand. If you read and you don't understand, get legal counsel.
Usually they mess us up with jargon.
Yeah.
Lot of people usually like using jargon. I like keeping it simple.
That's where you get. That's where you need to. Get legal counsel. Simple as that.
But it goes back to what if I can afford the shit.
Yes, and also.
Hey man, what about when a pro bono? Pro bono is into.
What if I don't blow up? What if I don't blow up? Pro bono, how am I going to pay this later on? You're assuming that I'm going to blow up. You're assuming that I'm going to make a hit, right? That's pro bono. Will be paid by the thing.
There are lawyers who are available, readily available to give that, and even if that's some say pro bono.
Okay, then I think another thing we must look at. If I'm coming to you, if I can see, okay, this guy is talented, he can do good music. The first question you need to ask them when you can see that is that, what do you want to do with this music? You understand?
Like the bigger picture.
Now you're pushing someone to do or to go through legal and whatever. You don't even know what they want. They don't even get what you're talking about, lawyers and whatnot. I'm sure. Now you start confusing.
I'm sure it makes their brain leak.
Yes. They're like, now you're disturbing my process.
They're not going to be as creative. By the way, when you force creative people to be too intellectual, sometimes they're not creative. Yeah, that's what.
So it's very tricky. That's what I'm saying. If you have those workshops and then you see some of our friends and then we advise them and say, Chief, okay, I understand you're doing 1, 2, 3, but you need to understand the business side of it.
We talking about pro bono and lawyers and law, whatever, which speaks to entertainment law, whatever. I don't know what you call it. We've got a friend who's an expert of this. He's been working in the industry for a while. You know him, he's a common friend.
Yeah, Mama Tuncha.
So should I call him and find out how this pro bono thing works?
Yeah, call it. Chief Whip.
Hopefully is gonna give us some highlight, because someone is listening to this and like, what pro bono?
What is pro bono? What is pro bono?
Hey, Chief Whip, who's it?
I'm fine, man.
Hey, ndina gadisi hapa noni record a podcast na Rustar. Ndina gadisi na Rustar hapa noni record a podcast.
Okay.
Topic and I'm saying re-entertainment. What's the topic again? Entertainment industry.
The business and performance side of the entertainment industry.
So, Chief Whip, we thought about you, or maybe you can help us explain one thing. Gadisi gave us a term here, which I'm struggling to understand. He spoke about pro bono. I was arguing, if I'm a new artist and I don't have money to pay for a lawyer, how do I get help so that I don't get robbed if I become a hit maker? Is it possible for me to get free law advice before I become a superstar, before I become a Michael Jackson, for example?
Yeah, it's possible. Free law advice. Legal advice is legal aid.
Legal aid. Oh, this legal aid. So this is a government structure.
The law society pro bono committee.
So it's like some sort of it's funded by who? By the government?
No, it's funded by legal aid. Is funded by government. Yes.
So it's government. Also, government has got a solution for people who are not clued up about this, but they're not using it, because we still see people getting robbed every day and they claim they get robbed.
Yes.
They're not using it.
Lack of information.
Lack of information. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. So thanks a lot, Chief Whip. Sorry for hijacking you.
No problem.
Hola.
You see what I was talking about when I talk about pro bono. There's always help readily available, and it over. We're not actually into Barmin. That information about it.
Yeah, but it's free. It's out
you can
there.
run. You can
we
run.
just got it for free. We just dial the guy to tell us this thing.
You can run your contracts even because when I don't understand. Article kind of process a contract any contract. So you run it by those lawyers. Bunny pay that legal counsel. Or okay, is it worth it or not? Where do we need to amend and all that?
And change and go back and say no change that. You know what I'm laughing at? Do you think he's going to send us an invoice for this call?
Nah, man.
It's possible. No, but also I think this conversation is very important. The mere fact that someone is gonna listen to this conversation and then they're gonna have a different view when it comes to the,
which is what we want to
Yes,
fix.
yes.
We're not greedy with information, it's for free. We talk about this thing when we're not recording anyway, when we're sitting there by the fire,
Yeah.
doing whatever. And the reason why I started this podcast, it was a while ago, I think like a decade ago, but I was using those tapes. We never got to digitize them. When you're sitting at my place, I would have a lot of people coming in. So we'll talk. There's certain things that we speak about.
Yeah.
If you haven't realized, our school of thought and our friends that we possess, we've got big positions everywhere. You know, proper shapeshifters of note. Ne?
Yeah.
And we're not aware because we're friends. But there's certain things that we share when we're sitting together, like the dialogue we're just having now. That somebody at Hamakuleka, another tree watching YouTube, might use it tomorrow and betterify their forte going forward. So,
and talking about that friendship, that circle, how should be?
it's all up to you guys.
That black coffee level. The way we used to like set trends.
No, but
What trends? Okay, it's fine.
So since
I was just offering
each other and we're helping. No. No, we can't leave that one. We can't leave that.
Okay, let's talk about
each
it.
other and we're helping everyone. Everyone who's watching. What went wrong? Why are you not at that level? We need maybe that conversation is gonna help someone or a certain group that are pushing.
What kind of level?
No? He said he was thinking maybe we could be like in the black coffee level, whatever. The way you were pushing in the back in the days, do you understand? So what went wrong?
But you know, it's so funny. Flavor asked me this thing. He was interviewing me last week as a build up to the single I was releasing on Friday. He was telling me things that I'm like, hey man, I don't think I'm there. I don't think I'm there yet. You know, I'm like, hey man, it's like, I think it depends on the perspective.
Yeah.
There's some person who will come to you while you're playing, be like, wow, is this you? Yeah? I don't know if you've gotten that, especially those shows. Someone no one cares. Yeah, you can be a neighbor of Michael Jackson. No one gives a fuck. Neighbor of Venda. No one got a generation. And then you wouldn't understand how far is this.
Even
for you, you're just going to buy a beer or something.
You don't care.
Don't give a fuck.
Even the parties that we used to do, we used to have that
we used to use a lot of Gizara.
You'll have more than 1,000 people there, and the whole 3 blocks. Oh yeah, the
Metro Police used to make sure that they make money from our followers.
Sorry to say this.
You can say it, fuck them.
You used to pay them a lot. They mustn't tow people's cars. I used to pay.
You just accuse me of bribing the police.
But I
apologize before I said.
You're gonna say I'm corrupt. You're gonna say
I'm not saying you're corrupt.
Somebody last night said I'm a mafia. I was like, how the fuck how did it get there? How do we have a mafia?
Those guys used to come. All line up, everyone who
no, that's why I trust Tamini.
That more than 1,000 people it's just squeeze.
It was difficult to come out. Even our bouncer was overwhelmed all the time. What thing I've picked up in Diori, they were in our circles of friends, but the night we were doing a party, they were working. They just wanted to fuck up. They still do that even today. We had the same problems in almost all our big shows for the past 7 years.
Busy, negotiating.
But what goes to Fariwa? No, DJ, the ones even arrested Ganyani, my man. We're like, okay, why did you arrest this guy?
And he doesn't drink.
He doesn't even drink. If he was speeding, like, my man, he was late for a gig. You guys have got blue lights.
Is it 325? Yeah, 225.
Because I was telling the other one, at least he was not sitting in that police station. He was in the other one. So that one I couldn't even solve. Obviously, it was something else. You couldn't even make it anymore. So I told one of the police there, guys, when it has blue lights, the same person who speed limit here 120 kilometers per hour. Ozira parliament in. Uona blue light no uba kugidi mopirisa ila yecho speed. Mutore ngo gig hinivo. Arto mupana blue light. Cause I'm just saying. These are the things we need to speak about. Ripari fuka badan all the time. What am I worrying? There's no gidi mess. Gidi me la guy. I don't know. No
I think when in the choir we used to do like mad parties, mad motherfucking biggest parties. Even our private parties. Never la bangwa to tinga some mazin.
Try it.
Yeah, no. I want to.
All the private ones, yes, no, the ones don't mention.
Yeah, no, don't mention names. Because we have politicians there. We've got
they'll start asking questions. They will investigate.
I know.
Okay. In closing,
I think I'm telling you now. I can like safely say, and no one can even dispute my argument. No one, absolutely no one. Now we set a trend. The party scene. We set the trend. No one can dispute that.
Yeah. And then are you still continuing
even
with the gigs?
Privately and even public.
Are you still continuing? I know you've got secret locations, whatever the vendor. Are you still running those things?
Yeah, the Kobuya's, August, end of August. There's no break because of winter. Okay. End of August.
Can I do anything?
I'm bringing the couple.
The couple at the secret location.
Private, not the secret.
What's the difference?
Private location.
Private, not secret.
No secret.
What's the difference between private and secret? You guys are just gonna give me
the name. What the fuck? The name. Because the brand.
So private is a brand?
Yeah.
Private location is a brand.
Private location is a brand.
Oh, location. What if I start my own private? Did you painted it?
Hey,
going back to the law now.
You're give us a headache.
You're gonna say you were robbed?
That had lockdown last year. And I still call that time.
Movies.
Oh, sorry. That time, they were like busy. I think I had a project in Limpopo. So I was in and out.
Yeah. In parting short, I want you to tell me
the
next project.
Zotoma, private location, Yotoma, do the events and conferences.
So private location are not private anymore now. You are mentioning the name. No.
It
became public.
Yeah, well, for the fuck, man.
I'm kidding. It became so popular and the public was like, where is this thing?
Yeah, it's about like hard lockdown. But they were craving for fun.
Because at that time you're not allowed to make
You're not allowed to party.
You were breaking the law just like me bribing the police.
Let's not take it that far.
I'm kidding. So you're gonna continue
no,
those?
it was not me. The owner, not me.
Okay, that's fine. We're gonna continue those. How many concepts do you have? You're running those ones tonight. Do you have anything tonight? But by the time they watch this thing, tonight will be finished.
Yeah, I don't finish.
You don't want to talk about that one. And then you were telling me about something. Oh, I was about to say, can I do a Nippy Friday, the private location?
Yeah, you can.
We can do it.
I'll invite you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to be there. You have to be there.
And then what else? Do you want to push anything before we close? We're closing.
And also doing there's a concept that we're working on with this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell us about it.
Yeah, in Midrand.
What is
sort of like a sold out, sold out concept.
Oh, okay.
So
which shop are you going to use?
We're still working
still
on
in discussion.
venue.
I've got an idea. We'll take it offline.
Yeah, Mara Sound. We've got a biggest motherfucking.
I know.
Sound.
I've seen your sound by the other house down here. Right? Where we're chilling on the other side.
Nightclub
in the house. Yeah. Is that also a private? This guy has got a nightclub in the fucking house. I'm like, guys, is this for real? Do you got like a news cafe in your yard? I'm like, wow. And you guys were DJing. I'm like, wow. When I grow up, I want to be like this guy.
That's how we roll. That's awesome. That's how we roll.
Anything you want to push?
No, my biggest event is Rustar's homecoming.
When is this?
December. December. Every year.
Where? Oh, you once did. One, I think Nawoma Gava were there.
Yeah,
that's the motherfucker.
Why was I not booked? Is it because I'm black?
Hey, man, you must attend the Rustar.
Can you book me for this one?
Yeah, definitely.
What date is it?
24 December. It doesn't change.
Hey, man, you can't go.
You can't come.
You can't go out.
Okay.
Najana,
January.
the park in the border, car wash.
You're gonna use the same venue.
We'll see.
I'm sure it's gonna grow.
Hey, man,
This year is definitely gonna be.
After lockdown, I think we're coming back now.
Man, that's why I opt mostly to play early.
Yeah,
So
then
that
enjoy.
you know,
Then go groove.
and the park as well would worry. I can be able to maneuver. You can't go out. You can't go out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 11, 10, 11.
Yeah, then you're
You're fucked.
You're fucked.
So last year he left around 8 a.m.
Yes. No, so it looks like it jumps. How many people did you have the last time?
Line up.
How many? Patrons.
Inside the venue, I think I had about 2,000.
2,000. No, fuck, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm coming. We're gonna look forward to it in a private location. And then me, I'm the Nippy Friday guy. I'm just the random motherfucker. And then what else? What else am I forgetting? There's something that I'm forgetting. Oh, random questions. Is COVID-19 finished?
Come on, what the
Yes
fuck?
or no?
Man.
Did it ever exist?
Oh, hey, wait, I don't want to go that directly. You never caught any bacteria, any flu? I just came out of a bad flu.
Hey, man, that thing. Hey, no, you're right. 2020.
So maybe your body's used to it now.
Nah,
It might not kill you.
It goes
if
with
it comes
age.
back.
It goes with age.
Yeah, he's getting old. If you listen to this whole dialogue, you realize I'm sitting with ancestors. And then, what's your take on what's your biggest phobia?
Heights.
Heights.
Me. I'm not scared of heights.
No,
I'm scared of rats.
rats.
No,
Shit.
yo, rats. I'm not scared of snakes. I'm not scared of, but rats. It's the speed. Like I can't handle the speed. You know when they're
Yeah, no, that
it freaks
looks a
me
bit
out.
creepy.
This way. Man, I'm afraid of man.
like, Chief, give me a snake. Give me a rat.
You're not scared of snake. No. The snake eats the rat.
I know you're not scared. I'm scared.
But the snake eats the fucking rat. You're scared of which one?
It's the speed, guys. I don't understand why they're so fast.
My phobia is car accidents. Thank you for watching NippyCast episode 30 something. Are we done? Do you have something to let off your chest?
Accident.
No, we
not been there.
I know I don't want to be personal in this one. Sharp. Thank you very much.
Let's leave.
He has an accident every year because he drives too fast. Sharp.
Why are you sacrificing human basis? I'm gonna kill you for
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Good evening, everyone.
NippyCast.